This is Lord Mafka, aka Broken Eyes Rhyme, back at you with another video, man. In today's video, I've been wanting to do this topic for a while, guys, but in today's video, I want to talk about why you should value yourself over others. And I think this is a topic that really needs to be touched on because so many men are suffering from a strong lack of self-esteem due to their dating experience, due to dealing with their family life in general. So I think as a whole, we really need to start valuing ourselves over others because no one literally cares about the suffering you go through in your life. No one could care less about how your mental state is as a man. And we've been raised up so just morally skewed and just wrong to where it's a joke, man. I mean, if you're still thinking that some wonderful entity is going to bless you, if you still think your good deeds are going to get you the next best thing, then you couldn't even be even more wrong, man. Like, look how many people are good in this world and they don't get anywhere. You look at the economy, you look at how good people were screwed over in these business corporations, how they literally give their all to these people. And yet they still get fired, they still get replaced. And that's literally the name of the game. Replacing you with someone that's way more better, more younger, more attractive, and another tool that they can use. And this is just a sad, dark reality that so many men don't get until later on. The reason why you should be valuing yourself is because no one cares about your goals and your peace like how you do. And that's something that I really had to learn as I get older, right? Is no one is going to really want it as bad as you in terms of securing your peace and trying to get whatever goals you can, because as a man it's practically impossible to barely do anything nowadays without being met by some type of shame and strong resistance from everyone around you. That's why you have to only value your own opinion. You have to only value the things that you want, the things that you hold dear to you. You should only value those head over heels over everyone else's values because everyone is trying to put a false premise on you. Everyone wants us to believe that, oh, you should be good to others because karma will intercept and, it'll give you more good stuff. And if you're bad, you won't get anything. It seems like the worse things you do, the more you get rewarded in life. The only thing is, these people who are at the top, the people that have everything, they just know how to do it without being caught for it and having to answer for it. That's the only difference between us and them. So, man, it kills me whenever people say you need to be a good conservative person, you need to be traditional and bring back masculinity and do all this. I mean, the society we live in today, nowadays, guys, it's not ideologically and energetically built for that. We're not going to go back to the old times to where women listen to men. We're not going to go back to the old times to where parents were in charge of everything. The church just decided all aspects of life. We're never going back to that. And heck, the thing is, with a lot of these silly belief systems, right? They really don't get you any results, and they tend to hold you back from looking at the truth at a young age up until now. A lot of people don't want to have their minds open, and I think that's another thing we have to be with, okay, guys, is the fact that most people are going to live as sheep on this planet. They're never going to have an original thought. They're never going to be a person that actually wants more for themselves than the same regurgitated and generic life that's been put in front of them to want. They're never going to want anything more than that. Because being your own man, being a person with a type of resistant mindset, that takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of work to maintain that. And a lot of people don't have it in them to be able to be judged, to be able to be criticized for wanting to think differently and say, all of this positive thinking BS doesn't get us anywhere. It seems like doing underhanded stuff and knowing how to get away with it gets you somewhere. I mean, it sucks how so many people in this society are brainwashed, and you can barely find anyone who actually thinks on a realistic level. Everyone is repeating what the other person said. Everyone's always saying, love will come to you if you just wait long enough. You'll have good fortune, prosperity if you just take crap from people on your job. And none of those things are going to happen. The reason why people tell you things like that is to keep you a slave. It's to keep you a coward, a punk that they can just use, make fun of, and just utilize whenever they want and throw away whenever they're happy to and get tired of you. That's literally the sick society we live in. It wants you caught up in this idea, that propaganda. It wants you to think about, oh, vote for this person, do all of this. Meanwhile, your life is totally garbage and nothing is getting better. Like this lifetime is a hellhole. It's trash. And any person in their right mind would literally notice this. The problem isn't that people like me are saying this in a way that people are saying, oh, it's so negative. The problem is that the people who have a problem with what I'm saying and other YouTubers, they're just too weak to understand the information and face it. Heck, all of these people on earth know deep down that life has no deeper meaning to it. That we tend to put false notions of deeper emotional meanings on things that really aren't all that important. You're no different than an animal. You're just surviving, but you're just more neutered from exploring your more wilder tendencies that nature intended. It's just that you live in a society to where you've been downgraded from expanding upon what you want naturally. You see, that's the real issue here. We've been placed in an unnatural environment. And that's why you see so many men are going crazy. And women as well. Because this isn't a society to where it's built for human beings to function in. Having all these technological things around us, having all of this just separatism, none of this works in the long run. I mean, why do you think so many other places, why do you think so many other civilizations have failed? Because the men and women were divided, the birth rates got lower, no one wanted to sit down and let bygones be bygones and try and live and make peace with each other. Everyone wanted to push racism, everyone wanted to push this type of battle of the sexes notion. And look what happened. Rome is no more. All these old civilizations that brought us the philosophies we know today, like Plato, a lot of these guys, it's all gone. The only thing is left is the knowledge, the philosophy to show us, okay, this is how these people got through life. And by integrating that into our own lives, then maybe we can get something out of it. But at the end of the day, even the logic, the philosophy, the type of advice you get is still putting you in a just a box to where you can't really use your own mind and decipher for yourself. I mean, it's different if you're looking at knowledge as a way to just really expand your mind and increase your understanding of life, and at the same time not take life so seriously, because nothing that you do really matters, because you're gonna leave here anyway. That's why it kills me whenever you see these people with all this big money. You see these guys with these women who literally don't care about them, that are using them for their money and whatever, right? You always hear them saying, you don't have this, you don't have that. When in reality, you're gonna die and not be able to take any of that with you. You know, the BP always comes to collect for everyone, guys. Whether attractive, decent, or very unattractive, the BP collects because we all gotta go. Yeah, man, brutal. But this whole thing about life having this just bigger aspect to it that you have to pursue, it's all a lie. The only thing matters that are the primal things: survival, having food on your plate, having being able to have sex, being able to have people around you that you can trust closely, a very close circle. Those are the only things that biologically matter. And a lot of men are struggling to accept that reality. And they're not going to be able to adapt and actually find any type of peace in their life if they're still stuck on the past of these people did this to me, they did that to me. That's only going to keep you in a rut, further depressed like how the system wants us. And truthfully, it's hard to get out of because it really takes a lot of self reevaluating to do. And not a lot of us have that strength to really grab inside and be able to say, screw everything in this world. I'm going to do everything my way, be judged for it, and pass away anyway. A lot of people lack that strength, but that's something you have to work on. The needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many. It's not like what people tell you, oh, the needs of the many outweigh the few. No. In our case, it's the needs of the few that outweigh the many. And if you have this mindset, you will steer clear from having people that are just bull crap in your life. You'll steer clear from getting in situations to where it will cost you your sanity. It will cost you even more of your just goodwill that you have left. But this has been another video. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me what else you guys want me to elaborate on in the comment sections. I would appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well this week because this life thing, it gets really complex and complicated, and we all have to try and keep our heads up and keep striving through this nonsense, guys. But yeah, stay up, keep enduring, and do your best to stay away from everyone. And like I always tell you guys, especially, stay away from the modern woman. Thank you.